Yo, yo. What's up, everybody?
Hey. What's up?
Happy Thursday. Welcome back to this week's edition of Legion Assemble. We have a special guest with us again. We have Kev, who has never been on the show before. No, I'm kidding.
Never ever.
He's never been.
Never.
Kev, welcome back. Always great to have you, dude.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. And we got Aaron coming back again. Thank you so much, dude, for jumping back on. We had fun last time, and we're gonna have fun this time too.
Yeah, man. Thanks for inviting me back again. I had a blast last time, so it should be fun.
We'll try and top it this time. We'll see how well we can do.
We're gonna talk for 4 hours.
Yeah,
it might be. There's enough material there for sure.
And then Sean, what's up, bud? We it's not just the two of us this week, so
I know
we can't screw up too bad.
Yeah, we got a lot of support, a lot of help. You guys can just carry the show.
There you go. I'm gonna sit back on this episode, and Kev, you just take over.
Bro, man, I wish I felt confident enough. I don't. I know it's crazy. For a Batman show, sure, I totally could. Superman, I definitely have things to say, but I'm a little nervous. Can I admit that?
Yeah. No, for sure.
I feel like I feel like I'm just like, wait, what is my favorite Superman comic? So I don't know. We'll see how weird this gets.
Yeah.
See how I do.
I'm right there with you, Kev. I was like, I definitely know more about Batman than I know about Superman, but I for sure have some real strong opinions.
Yeah.
Sure. Actually, yeah. Like, I'm super excited to talk about it. Yeah.
Dude, I feel the same way, to be honest. I wanted to do. Oh, hold on. We're getting feedback right now. Mel says there's a delay and glitch.
Oh yeah, I see Kev keeps on freezing. But it's funny because it looks like a passport photo. But
nice.
with the white background. But is there anybody who's there in chat, Mel? Is there an echo? Is that what it is? And is it just on Kev?
Yeah, Kev, can you say something real quick? She wants you to just talk by yourself.
Hey, Mel, what's going on? How are you? That's good. Good stuff. Nothing at all. Nothing to say.
There's a delay.
Yeah, a delay, echo-ish. So I think it's. Do you normally use headphones when you talk to us, or is this the same shit?
No, it's the same
use headphones. You know what, Kev? Can you try using headphones? I think that would solve it for this particular one.
Yeah, let me go grab my the earbuds. Hold on.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Yeah, we'll try that because I think that might be the thing.
Yeah. Dude, it's so funny though because I was watching it freeze a few times and it totally looked like a passport photo with the white.
Yeah.
You have an all white background, and like in those photos you can't smile, and so it would catch him like at the right time, and he's just like,
yeah. I got frozen on his face one time, and it was just he was smiling, and it just looked perfect.
Dude, it looks photoshopped too.
Totally.
Thank you for our IT department, volunteer IT, Mel. Appreciate you.
Troubleshooting on the spot. So while Kev's grabbing his headphones, thank you to everybody that's jumping on and watching. Today we are gonna do a big Superman-sized episode. So when me and Sean were talking, we were thinking of what we can do, and I realized that we don't talk about Superman too much.
No.
Which is strange because he's one of the earliest superheroes and one of the first ones that have ever come out. So crazy that we've never talked about him that much. Whoa, is he fucking flying across the screen?
He's so powerful, dude. He can just fucking fly through.
No way. Is it gonna keep going?
It's all manual, so he can go give Kev a little kiss.
Whoa!
And then just fly. That's how fucking powerful he is, bro. Oh man. And then he's just up here teabagging me for the rest of the episode.
Dude, if he teabagged you, he'd fucking kill you.
Yeah.
I would crack your skull with my balls of steel. Does that work? Is that okay? Is that okay?
Is that better?
Does that sound all right?
Okay, it's worse. It's worse.
Is that better?
I'm getting behind the scenes that it's
worse. Is it
worse.
really worse?
Yeah.
It's worse. What in the actual fuck? Should we Discord it?
I don't know what else to do.
You want to bring Kevin on Discord?
No, I mean, should we just Discord while we do this so that way we don't take too much time? We know that that's fine.
That's true.
Well, I don't want to screw this up for you guys. If I'm the problem.
No, Kev, I think I know. So a little behind the scenes for everybody. We're using Video Ninja. Did it ask you what your input and output were?
No.
Oh, okay. Because can you click? Is there like a settings like gear wheel?
And he's gone.
Let me see. I don't think I can do it from my side.
I don't see anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What the hell is that noise?
Oh yeah, it's like screwed up on your side, bud.
What is happening?
Let me see. I think I can. Yeah, Kev, if you want to hop in the Discord, we can bring just you in Discord.
Wait, is he gonna be like talking to himself over there?
That's so funny.
There you go. Okay. This is probably like the most entertaining show we've ever had.
Right.
Just going through the technical difficulties. Okay, so I'll have him jump on.
Legion of troubleshooting.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's too funny. Yeah, have him go into the general Discord. The very famous Army General Discord. And
cool. Yeah, he's gonna jump on that right now. So yeah, what is it? While Kev is doing that, we'll just we'll truck along here a little bit. So, and I'll just bring this up now, just to fill some time. But Ezra Miller got arrested again, which is fucked up. That's that guy's got some serious shit going on with him, man. And that's
he's a fucking maniac.
He's out of control, dude. The fuck is wrong with him? Like how and like what is he just like living in Hawaii now? And he's gonna get arrested every week for doing something else. It's like, dude, he's the Flash, and he's a superhero, and he's the face of a very popular comic book character, and he's over here fucking throwing chairs at people and hurting people and getting wasted and getting arrested, and like he just doesn't give a fuck. I don't know, man. It sucks. Clearly something's wrong with him.
I hope he gets help, but in the shorter term, I hope he leaves Hawaii alone.
Good thing you and Mel didn't get terrorized, dude, when you were there.
I know. Mel says, doesn't he have work or something?
But I don't know. Would have been kind of cool if you came back with an Ezra Miller story. Like, dude, we were fucking skydiving out of nowhere. Ezra Miller came
and hit me with a chair.
Yeah, trying to throw a chair at the fucking parachutes. Chair.
He tried to sabotage your fucking parachute.
That's hella funny, dude.
But yeah, dude. So yeah, I can't believe that again, and just I don't know, man.
Is this working?
So that puts WB in a really tough spot because like, what are they supposed to do now? I feel like their hands are tied, so they're gonna have no choice. But they can't leave him in that role. They're gonna have to recast him. And so, what does that mean? Because the Flash has already been filmed, and I think it's already like it's done. Production is finished, and so like, what are they supposed to do? They're gonna go just reshoot all of his
whatever you were using
with all of his actors again. And
that was insane.
A huge delay. Or are they just gonna release the movie and then
I have no idea.
Recast them afterwards going forward? I don't know what's gonna go on, but
dude, I'm guessing you guys can't hear Kev because he's having a conversation and I'm trying to listen to both you guys with one earbud into.
Oh boy,
I was wondering, like, if he goes on Discord, how are we gonna hear him?
So I think, let me see. Can you? All right, talk, Kev.
Hey.
Oh, okay, so it's not picking up. Let me. Let me change something on Video Ninja. Appreciate you guys sticking around while we
thanks everybody.
solve through this shit.
We should have planned this better. I mean, it worked for me and Sean, but like to bring in other people, we should have probably tested it first. That's how we do it here, though.
That's the beauty of Twitch, dude.
Live television.
Yeah, live television. Hopefully, this is entertaining.
I'm entertained.
Well, just for something else, I was telling Sean a little bit before we all jumped on that I got stuck watching YouTube videos of the trial between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, and I mean, I don't know what other way to say it. She's a bitch, man. Like I don't know how else to frame that or put it.
Can you turn on your camera?
Wait, is the camera not on? Oh my god, this is insane.
And on that note,
this fucking thing. Here we go. There we fucking.
Dude, I can hear Mel. She's losing it, dude. She's having a great time.
Yeah, she's fucking hella laughing over here.
I don't know what else to say though. You know, she sucks. Like, she tried to make it seem like he was like terrorizing her, and she's actually terrorizing him. And like, I feel bad for the dude because you can just see on his face he looks so defeated.
He's just like, I can't fucking believe I'm here.
Yeah, he could also be acting. You know, that's the thing about. I was thinking about it when I was watching. I was like, how.
Yeah,
when actors are in a trial, like are they acting to win, like to get what they want?
It's that whole thing, dude. Yeah, because they're both actors, so it's like, how the fuck can you tell?
Yeah, how could you tell if somebody's truly remorseful or not? Like, there's just no way of knowing. Hey, I can see Kev.
Yeah, it's part of it.
I see. Yeah, some of him.
But I don't think you guys can hear each other, right?
We cannot. Can you hear us, Kev? No.
I can't hear
so confused.
Okay.
If worst comes to worst, Sean, we can all use Discord.
Okay.
So that we can hear each other. But I mean, maybe that makes more sense.
We can do that. We'll throw up the starting soon, and then we'll be right back, guys.
Yeah. So everybody that's watching, we will be right back. We promise, and it'll be better. It'll be fixed, and then we'll talk about Superman. We'll talk about Superman's balls.
Superman's so powerful, he fucking broke the show. All right, we'll see you guys.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Yo, okay, we're back.
What?
We came back. We're trying this again.
Hit a little bump in the road, but we're good.
Just a little.
I hope. Yeah,
it's so funny.
A huge bump.
Speaking of bumps, no.
Yeah. Have any of you guys seen the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial? Oh my god.
I spent the last fucking 5 minutes just tearing, like crying, laughing because Kev just nailed Johnny Depp's accent so well.
I think
that shit is crazy.
If anybody wants a show to watch, I would definitely tune into the trials. They're all over YouTube. So
what I think,
enjoy yourself.
I think the masses deserve Kev's Johnny Depp impression. It was so fucking good.
Man. I don't even know if I could do it again.
Talk about how she threw a tequila bottle at his head.
Oh, well, yeah, that's right. She did throw a tequila bottle, and that's right. So one of the audio clips they played, she was just like, every time we like fucking fight, you just go into the bathroom. He's like, well, I go into the bathroom because I just want to take a break from you screaming at me constantly. And then he's like, I go in the bathroom and I sit on the floor, and then you just come fucking like bang, bang, bang. And I'm like, oh, there's your voice again. And I'm like, man, how long did you guys stay together? This makes no sense at all. Like, why are you on trial now for this shit? It's so good, man. It's such a good thing. I love watching. I can't wait to watch more tomorrow.
That's a good show.
It's a great show right now. Yeah, it's so good.
That's terrible.
Yeah, so dramatic, dude.
Oh,
so funny.
So good.
Well,
welcome back, guys. This is
welcome back.
The Superman Legion Assemble. All things Superman, all things we love, all things we hate. We're gonna try and cover it all.
I'm wondering what Johnny Depp would look like as Superman.
Captain Jack Superman.
Jack Superman.
He's just doing lines of cocaine,
Yeah.
sitting on the
Edward-
bathroom floor.
Edward
Shit.
Superman hands.
Dude. Oh my
Oh.
god, dude. Meanwhile, Amber Heard's taking a shit in his bed.
Yeah, I just found out that little nugget today, pun intended. My wife told me, she was like, you know, Amber Heard like pooped in his bed, and I was like, actual poop? And she's like, yeah, like she squatted down and laughed and pooped.
Dude,
What's so
God.
fucked up, dude? She shit in his bed. She cut his finger off. She's fucking throwing alcohol at his head. She's beating the shit out of him. But she's gonna come out and say that he was the one doing all that to her. It's like, Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
That's
It is
fucked
crazy.
up.
It is
You
fucked
must
up.
really hate somebody, dude, to go and poop in their bed. Like,
Dude.
that's the ultimate sign of disrespect.
And
I'm gonna do that now. When I get pissed off at somebody, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go shit in your bed if you don't stop.
Oh my god! I can just imagine like Johnny Depp like getting in the bed and he's like, Amber, is this your poop?
Dude, in the court video, he's all. And then I realized there was human fecal matter. And he's like, she said it was the dog, but he's like, I've cleaned up after the dog, and that was not the dog's.
They're like, Mr. Depp, how did you know it was Amber's poop? He's like, well, I've smelled Amber's poop before, and I could tell it was definitely. I've seen a lot of poop, Your Honor.
Oh, holy shit!
Definitely.
And just to mention, put it in context, like their dogs are like 2-ounce Shih Tzus, like they could fit in a shot glass, like.
Yeah, that poop was the size of a Shih Tzu. Like,
Right.
Yeah, it was.
It was like
We're
a
talking about
towel
Superman,
animal.
right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
basically,
Right.
what a wonderful segment into Superman.
Nice segue.
So,
Mhm.
well, shall we get on with it?
Absolutely.
All right, man, that was funny. Jesus Christ. All right, so everybody, we're here to talk about Superman. We'll start from the beginning. Superman was created by Jerry Siegel and artist Joe Shuster, and Superman actually debuted in Action Comics issue #1 back in 1938. That's a long time ago. I can't believe that it's been around for that long, man.
Yeah, it's
yeah, where like the animation was so different too. Sean and Aaron, I know you guys are artists, so like that style, that old school stuff back then. Like, yeah, I mean, obviously we weren't around for that to be able to read those kinds of comics, but have any of you guys went back and like read any of those comics or looked at them?
I have not, but I look at the art a lot because I really love that style. And just to put it in context, Steamboat Willie came out 10 years before. And that's Steamboat Willie, and a lot of the animation and drawings at that time are, called like rubber hose. That was a popular style. And so like I would have loved to see like a rubber hose Superman, but comics really took on and tried to go, it's I guess more humanoid, more realistic. But I look at the art back then, and just there's a lot of cool stuff about that style that they created.
Yeah,
Right.
I haven't gone back and read it. I've studied a little bit of it, and it was so like almost graphical back then. And just even the iconography of like the way his S on his chest looks completely different from like how modernized it's become, even from like 15, 20 years ago. But it's just like it's really just the letter S on his chest. And just really basic colors, and it's so it's almost like a style in and of itself now.
Right.
There's artists who like practice that style.
Yeah,
Dude, you guys should create something like within that sandbox style. I would like to see something like that because nobody does that anymore.
Dude,
or at least that I know of, that I can see of.
There's a, like it's funny because it looks simple, but there's a lot of teeny tiny nuances that like you can 100% spot somebody trying too hard. trying to copy that style or trying to do it. So it's like, and
Right.
when you get into it, I feel like, Aaron, you may be different, but I feel like I'm picky enough where I'm like, no, this doesn't look right, but I have no idea why. Like,
Well, that's the thing about the simplicity, right? Is that one little mess up and you ruin the whole thing.
yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Well,
We can try. We can try
Yeah.
Let's do
for
it.
you, Marcus.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be. I mean, I want to see it, dude. That'd be a lot of fun. But we'll choke on. So basically, dude, I mean, I got introduced to Superman when I was, I mean, it was probably around the same time that I started watching the Michael Keaton Batman, which
Mhm.
came out, 10 years after the Superman movie did. But we'll start with live action because that's where I feel like everybody knows Superman from.
Oh,
Which was the first portrayal of it. Oh, go ahead, Sean.
yeah. No, just real quick. I was gonna bring up something that I found out about today, and then I found out that it was extremely important. There's, I'm sure I'm missing a lot of other facts, but just in digging for this episode, so I found out also. So the comic came out in 1938. Then they had a radio show for 11 years, 1940 to 1951, and it was like a weekly recorded radio show that they would blast over the airwaves, and like families would tune in, much like today's like family TV. Like, if you guys remember like TGI Fridays on, I think it was like ABC 7 or something. People would huddle around the radio and listen to Superman. And just two random ass notes from that time that are mega important. One of them super important to Superman. Kryptonite was created on that radio show as a solution to the voice actor for Superman needing a break. Like, he needed some time off, and they were like, how the fuck are we gonna do this? So they had an episode where Superman was trapped, and they're like, how are we gonna trap Superman? Like, at this point, he has, he can defeat anything. He has no weaknesses. So they trapped him. They created kryptonite. And so for, I think they said like 10 or 11 episodes while the guy went on vacation, the voice actor, they had him trapped in a cell and held down with kryptonite. And so they just had somebody else go, for 11 episodes. And
oh my god,
that was the creation of kryptonite, which I thought was nuts. And then the other
crazy.
dude, it's
so
fucking
crazy.
nuts. And then the other mega important thing,
I'm sorry, dude. If I'm gonna get in an argument now, or Kev, and Sean, anybody who has significant others, would be like, "Hey, I need a break. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go sit in the bathroom floor and be trapped with kryptonite."
yeah, but here's Kev.
Oh my
He's
God.
on the phone. If you need somebody to talk to, he'll just grunt, and you'll just think it's me.
Yeah.
For the next 11 hours.
Be the grunt guy.
Exactly, the grunt. What a claim to fame too. Yeah, I was Superman for 11 episodes. What'd you do?
Yeah.
No, I only did the grunts. No, I was just the grunt person.
Yeah. They're like, "Oh
I
shit,
didn't-
you were Superman." He's like, "No. I was just grunting."
I was
I was-
Superman's grunts. Yeah.
He's the grunt double.
And then the other thing I wanted to bring up about the show was that after World War II, there was a major, and this is like real life, right? So after real life World War II, there was a major resurgence of Ku Klux Klan. And one of the writers for the Superman radio show was a huge, I forget the term they used for him, but basically he fucking hated it, right? He hated what was going on. So he infiltrated, went undercover in the Ku Klux Klan, got a ton of their secrets, then wrote it into the Superman radio show, and dismantled a fuck ton of the real life Ku Klux Klan, all their like hiring events. I don't know, like their events to try and bring people in.
Job fair.
But-
Job fair.
Their job fairs. he ruined them because people would show up already knowing their secrets, and basically they would show up to mock them, saying Superman killed him.
That guy's a fucking hero, though. Like, big ups to that guy.
Yeah,
they're fucking they're sign up event, their networking events. How do you network with that? It is like, hey, do you feel like the U.S. should only be people of white skin?
Jesus,
do you look good in the hood? Well, come check us out.
Yeah, his name was.
Is white the only color that you know?
Do you use bleach? Yeah, his name was
right.
Stetson Kennedy. So big ups to that dude.
Yeah.
What a fucking hero, dude.
Good job, man.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It is fucking awesome.
Just a side note, and I really didn't want to have to bring up Batman in this at all, but you guys checked out the basically it's a radio show, but for Batman it's on HBO Max. I tried to get into it. I tried to watch it or listen to it, I should say, and I couldn't get into it. It wasn't very good. But they have something very similar now. I think, dude, actually Jeffrey Wright plays Batman, I think.
Oh.
What?
Wait, I think it's Jeffrey Wright.
That's good. That's crazy.
They have but it wasn't very good though. So I mean I wouldn't suggest it. But anyways.
Don't worry, Marcus, I'm sure I'll bring up Batman. So
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll bring it up. Yeah, this is just a cover, and it's gonna be like psych halfway through, and then we're gonna bring up the Batman animation. Really, this is just a show to talk about the how Batman's now on HBO Max.
pretty much. Yeah.
No, okay. Let's get back to Superman. Let's do it. Let's give him his due. So we'll go to live action. We'll start in 1978. So I think the most popular version of Superman and the one that everybody knows and loves is the Christopher Reeve version. So yeah, 1978, Superman came out. He was by far like the most Boy Scouty of anybody that's played him so far, I think. Pretty true to the original comic, how he's just a grade A American white boy, right? And who goes in and has to save the day all the time, and he's basically invulnerable, nothing can happen to him. When did you guys see that version of Superman?
I think
like I mentioned earlier, I think it was around the same time that I saw the Michael Keaton one as Batman. I think I started looking into what else there could be, and that's when I saw it.
Yeah, I guess around then, maybe. It's been years, man, since I've seen that movie. Honestly, I feel like I actually, come to think of it, I think I've seen the Christopher Reeve Superman movie before Burton's 1989 Batman movie.
Wow.
I think. Yeah, I think so. Because I remember being Superman for Halloween when I was like, oh my God, dude. Like 5 or 6, I guess. Maybe.
I could see that.
4, 5 or 6. One of the 3 ages. I was Superman for Halloween. But I remember the Christopher Reeve Superman. So I think I definitely seen it before Burton's movie. Before Burton's Batman movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say same. I definitely saw it before Batman came out. And just before I get super deep into it, I want to just give props to there was a serial, right? The serial like theatrical show that had George Reeves, not related to Christopher Reeves, but he was the first live action Superman. So I know they did, I don't know how many episodes, but if you dig around, you could probably find them on YouTube. And like, fun fact, Ben Affleck actually played him in a movie. So like, Ben Affleck has been both Superman and Batman.
That's true. Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's right.
What did he play him in?
It's like a movie about his life, because he like died mysteriously. Like he was like murdered, but like it's like swept under the rug, or like
it's controversial.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
They said it was a suicide, but a lot of people believe he was actually murdered or a victim of accidental shooting. So That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's
well, not
pretty
not that
interesting.
he got murdered, but
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, to get back to your question, I definitely saw those movies first. Like, it's hard to say when, but probably 80 something. And I think they all came out before the first Burton Batman, right?
yeah, I
Um,
believe so.
and I remember thinking like the last one, like 3 is hilarious, right? And because it's got freaking Richard Pryor in it. And there was, being a
Dude.
gamer, there was like a scene where they're basically playing an Atari game with Superman in it in 3. Like Richard Pryor's like standing there with an Atari joystick playing a big old freaking Superman 8-bit, not even 8-bit, like 4-bit video game in Lex Luthor's like mountain layer or whatever.
That's tight.
Yeah, and then they didn't even. Yeah, and then the fourth one is just like I don't even remember it. But
Oh
it was,
man,
Quest
it
for
was bad.
Peace. It
was bad, dude.
Yeah,
it was not good.
They had Nuclear Man, right? It was like an
Yeah.
anti-nuclear power freaking commercial.
Yeah,
dude. That one was strange because like they had it was during the time when like wasn't it like us and Russia were talking about the nuclear warheads and like the race to have them, and so like they made this movie about it was called like The Quest for Peace, I think. It was the fourth one, and
yeah,
it was like a same sort of premise where he went and he like found all the nuclear warheads and then gathered them all up and then tossed them into the sun.
Yeah.
It was just really strange, and like I remember the special effects looked like shit, and it was just a terrible movie, and so that was done. That was finished.
Is the Quest for Peace? Is that the one where doesn't Superman like remove the S from his chest and use it as like a boomerang?
Yep, as the
that
rap.
that was Superman 2.
Yeah,
it was 2.
I was gonna bring that up.
Mm-hmm.
That is like really that's one of the only things that sticks with me about those movies. Like I didn't really enjoy them that much, but that is one of the things I always remember is like when he's in the Fortress of Solitude with them and with Zod and his generals, and he takes the S off of his chest and like throws it at them, and it turns into like a plastic shrink wrap, and then it just like cellophane wraps over them. It's fucking random and weird. And
dude, and it's I hella thought that was in 4 because I was gonna say I remember being pissed because our video place never had any of the other Supermans except for Superman 4. and I was like I was barely, starting to form memories when I watched it, but I do remember like not watching the whole thing, just being hella mad that the VHS rental store never had any of the other ones. So I saw them like years and years later. So Superman 4 was my first introduction, and I was like, this ain't it. Little like, like 7-year-old, 8-year-old Sean was just like, nah.
Dude, no wonder you stuck to Marvel and never got into DC. That was your introduction to fucking Superman was number 4 with Nuclear Man.
That's awful, man. Shit. Oh my god, I feel for you.
I think the thing that stands out the most for me in those movies, and I can't even remember which one. I want to say 2. It could possibly be 3, but where like Superman, I think he gets exposed to like red kryptonite or something, and he gets wasted, and then like kicks the shit out of himself.
It's the third one.
It is the third one, right? Yeah. And like
I remember him
throws
being
himself
in a bar,
in the trash compactor. Yeah, he's in a bar and he's got like 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
And then like not drunk Superman comes in and like they're getting a fight, right? And like he throws them in they're in like a junkyard and he throws them in a trash compactor or some shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was the third one. It was fucking those movies are weird, dude.
Right.
People loved them. People loved the Christopher Reeve version of it, but like the movies themselves, I didn't like them as films. They never stuck with me, or I didn't like anything about them. So it's hard to relate.
They didn't, but Christopher Reeve's like as Superman was, where my brain went my entire childhood. So he stuck with me, but nothing about the movies did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
plastic wrap.
I think as a kid, I think watching the first one, I think it was just, the fact that it was a comic book character that, and even at a young age watching it, like, oh my gosh, like this is like the action figure I have, but I'm watching it in a movie form now, I think was blowing my mind. And then when you look back at these movies as, now like a 33-year-old, it, I don't know. There's things that I can appreciate about it. Like there was something really charming about Christopher Reeve's take on Clark Kent.
Yeah.
That I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
There was something quirky about it, and I really enjoyed that aspect. I mean, I try to take what I can from those movies. I mean, do they still hold up today compared to what we have now? No, but I think there's something about those films that I don't know will always kind of stick with me. Maybe not 4, actually, maybe 4, yeah, but definitely the first one for sure.
Yeah, I think like the first 2 actually do kind of hold up, like as far as like decent movies or like for their time. Like 3 and 4 are kind of garbage. Like 3 is a joke, and like 4 is a freaking commercial for like anti-nuclear war. But like, the thing about 1 that just makes me want to leave is the fucking end. Like when he goes and like spins around the earth and spins it backwards, and like that turns back time so he can save Lois. I'm just like, I'm done. Like this, like I can suspend the disbelief all up until that. And I'm like, if he did that in real life, the earth would just explode. Like we'd all fly off the earth, and like it would be.
Can you imagine that, dude? Can you imagine the fucking earth going the opposite way? Sean and I have talked about like the earth moving in the way that it does now, and how that's weird enough on its own. Like how fast we're going without it feeling like we're going that fast.
Without going
and
anywhere.
then, like, when I have too much edible or something, I think about that, and then like it's like, dude, wait, actually, like, can I feel that? is that what this is?
Wait, dude, wait.
Is this slowing me down so I could actually feel it? But yeah, and I think it was in the second one they ran into that same issue where the solution was turning back time, but instead he like just makes out with Lois and erases her memory or something. Was that the second one?
Wait, what?
I don't remember that. I hope so, though.
No, so there was
just tongue down her throat and it was fine.
I'll look it up. But there was also an instance where they were just like, oh, he obviously can't rotate the earth again. So, and then somehow one of his superpowers is a kiss that makes you like lose your memory. Let me look it up.
They do weird shit with Superman. Yeah.
Dude, it's almost like they had no idea. It was like, oh, he's in a fucking blue suit with like red underwear. Isn't that what you guys want? I mean, you can absorb someone's memories by kissing them. Shit.
It was Superman too. And it was the end. Yeah. Like he memory wiped Lois.
Man, that's the same movie with the fucking S, the plastic S. So those guys are, I don't know, whoever wrote those movies, just those guys are wild imaginations.
How do we wrap this movie up?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like the early Superman stuff, like it was cool because there was nothing else like that. Besides the early cartoons on TV that had him, but like in terms of live action, that was like the closest we got, right? And so it was good for what it was. And Kev, it was cool that you said that you could still pull a couple of things from it, but I know I think we both feel like it doesn't hold up super well today. But after that, so once the fourth one ended, because the fourth one bombed, and that was the last time Christopher Reeve was in the franchise, they took a break for a really, 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 really long time, and then in 2006. They actually did what was supposed to be like a direct sequel to the second one from Superman 2, where Brandon Routh got recasted as Superman. And, well, he didn't. He took the place of Christopher Reeve, came back, and they did that in 2006, which that movie was really good to me. I think it was really underrated. I think his performance as Superman was really underrated. Thought he was awesome. And I remember going to the movies and seeing it, like thinking it was really cool, and that I've related to it better than I did the original ones. That and the fact that Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor was fucking awesome. I think he did a killer job at that.
Yeah, I agree. Wasn't that directed by? Did Bryan Singer do that? The guy that did the X-Men movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, or the earlier X-Men movies, I should say. You know what, man? I feel like that movie gets a bad rap for some reason, but I think like you had said, the actor who played Superman, I felt did it pretty justice. I think I don't know. I almost feel like it's a shame because I feel like they were making him somehow mimic Christopher Reeve in a way because it was a sequel. You had said to the second movie.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was almost like he was an actor that was trying to portray another actor's interpretation of Clark Kent and Superman, instead of just having him do his own thing. But I think he did a great job. And like you said, Kevin Spacey, despite all the other stuff that happened later on in his career, I thought he did a pretty decent job as Lex Luthor. So yeah, that movie's not as bad, I think, as people say.
Aaron, I saw you smirking at a few points.
Yeah, no, I actually agree. I enjoyed that movie. Like Singer, he was a student of Donner. Like he trained under him. Like so that was his whole idea. Was like, hey, I really like these first two movies, and like I don't feel like the second two did justice, and I want to continue this story. And so it does kind of suck that like, that was it, right? It was a one and done.
Yeah.
And I was kind of on the fence about, this is where the idea of Superman having a son originated, like in the modern times, right? And yeah, the smirk was like, oh yeah, the idea of him kidnapping Kevin Spacey kidnapping Superman's son, that doesn't sit too well with what happened with him later in his career, right?
When he was diddling little boys' buttholes. Not funny. It's not funny, but
no, it's not. It's horrible.
I'm just poking fun
I
of it.
have a horrible sense of humor. So
in real life, though, he really did dingle some berries.
Right.
Sure did.
But yeah, I thought Brandon Routh did a great job with what he was handed, and I don't know if he nailed it as well as Christopher Reeve. Like Christopher Reeve really had, like Kev was saying, that physicality down, at, like that comedy side of Clark Kent, where he's like throwing weights around, like kind of absent-mindedly forgets he's Superman, and like gives it away, but it doesn't really make sense. So yeah, I did enjoy that movie a lot, and I thought, that, again, I was just kind of on the fence about the whole, okay, now we have a live action Superman who has a son, so I can see why they didn't continue it, because that would have just, I think they were starting up Dark Knight at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would have been a weird way to connect those things.
Once again, Batman forces a reboot.
Right. And I thought it was super respectful that they waited so long. Like Christopher Reeve was Superman for so many people, right? Like, and it sucked because like he can't walk now, right? Like,
how ironic.
Right. I mean, Chris Rock made jokes about it. It's like, what kind of world we live in when Superman can't walk? Right. So yeah, I thought it was cool that they waited that long, and maybe that even the fact that they did this movie as almost like a tribute to him, because I think they even like, I don't know if he had passed on by the time this movie had come out.
I think he was still around because he made an appearance in Smallville, and I feel like Smallville was after. Just really quick to speak on the time period that's odd. So the last thing, just to bring it back to Superman 4, the last thing that Superman says to Lex Luthor or whoever the bad guy was that he got locked up at the end of 4, he says like, see you in 20 years. And like Superman Returns came out almost 20 years like afterwards. But it totally retconned like Superman 3 and 4. So it's like it wasn't on purpose, but
right.
I thought that was interesting. But no, it was a good movie, but I watched it when we first started Legion Assemble I was playing catch up on a lot of DC stuff, and it honestly, watching it nowadays, it kind of felt like it was like a Christopher Reeves like biopic, like that was just like a whole movie, Superman, of his character. But no, it holds up, like it's good, and I think it's better as a standalone. I think if they had a second one with him, I feel like it would just like bring both movies down.
Right.
I could see that.
Yeah.
One of the things that I want to throw in here, and this is kind of just like an off-topic, well, not off-topic question, but we're not about the movie, but how do you guys feel about the his costume is basically, well, not costume, but he's Clark Kent, he's got the glasses on, and nobody realizes that he's actually Superman. But then, when he takes the glasses off, he's Superman, and it looks exactly the same. And it gets made fun of a lot because everybody's like, how do you not know? It would basically just be me putting glasses on, and then you guys are like, oh, where's Marcus? Where did he go? And then
yeah.
Here. How do you guys feel about that? Is it something that you feel is silly too, or do you think there's some charm to that?
You know what, man? Yeah, it's pretty hilarious, right? I mean, especially, I know we're not there yet, and I don't mean to jump ahead too much, but you look at like Henry Cavill and like the physicality of Henry Cavill, and then you're like, wait, and he like throws glasses on, and you're like, never mind. I'm sorry, I thought you were Superman for a second, but he does not have glasses. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's silly and goofy, and I think anybody would realize that, but I think there, like you had said, there's some kind of like charm for, when you're watching these movies or reading these comics or anything like that. I mean, it's fantastical to begin with. So you're just kind of like, you know what, for this moment in time, I'm just going to believe that this guy can just disguise himself with a pair of glasses and no one's going to know that he's like the most powerful being in the world right now. So I think with that mindset, it just kind of like, if I think about it too much, it kind of takes away from my enjoyment of what Superman really is and the story of Superman and everything like that. But yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's ridiculous. But but all this stuff is, but we love it anyway. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Sean, how do you feel about that, dude?
Yeah, so it's hilarious. But the one thing I also learned when researching for this episode is that the comics go a little bit further, and I feel like they haven't done this in any live action adaptation because it's a waste of money. But the comics actually say his glasses change the color of his eyes. So I'm like, really? Okay, yeah. So his glasses at least do something more than just glasses on his face. But like Kev said, like it's still just a super buff reporter. It's like obviously physicality is the bigger question. But yeah, and it's it keeps its charm. Like it keeps you in the right mindset. Like we get lost in these crazy ass realistic superhero movies and shows that we get nowadays. Because all the technology caught up to all the graphics and make it feel like real. But Superman having that, just the glasses being his only disguise, like that definitely keeps you in the frame that, okay, yeah, this is still like a fantastical like superhero movie. So I like it. It's kind of an anchor point to keep you grounded and be like, yeah, Superman's just, there's no way this dude is passing off as like real, like he would exist today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense, dude.
So as someone who wears glasses regularly, I do think I do think it's kind of silly, but I have like looked into it and I've heard like other stuff. And I think going back to Christopher Reeve, as far as live action is concerned, like it's not just the glasses. He changes his whole like mannerisms and like his posture and like just how he carries himself when he's Clark Kent versus Superman. Like Superman, he's like chest out and like he's trying to look strong, and then when he's not. He's kind of just like, he's trying to look smaller and things like that. And I mean, I think even with the right glasses and like change of your hairstyle, like you can look totally different. Like,
And
put my glasses on right now, right, and look.
Oh,
Yo,
where'd
where's
Aaron go?
I don't know where'd go.
Wow. Holy shit.
You look just like this guy I know.
Superman.
But I would say Christopher Reeve was one of the best at changing his speech patterns.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That went a long way.
That's true. Yeah, I like how when he had the glasses, like he's the guy that, like, your eyes are cross-eyed and he's like pushing the glasses back up because they keep falling down, and you're just like super goofy about it. And and then Superman is very confident and very, very like the presence is a lot bigger.
Yeah, real quick too. While you guys were just talking, I will share a story. So in real life, I was fucking duped by some guy shaving his goatee. Like this guy I went to school with for 3 to 4 years. 3 years. Always had a goatee. And then one day I see him in the parking lot by himself, and then he sees me and starts walking towards me, and I think I'm gonna get fucking jumped because I'm like, I have no idea who this guy is. And all he did was shave his goatee. So fuck me, dude. Like glasses could get me, dude.
Shit, now that we talk about it, we're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Actually.
I totally forgot about it, but I was like, until he like opened up his mouth, I was like, wait, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, that's the thing for like guys with beards, and if you shave, then you look totally different.
Yeah.
That could be a thing. Like, Kev, if you shaved your facial hair, or fucking Sean, Jesus, if you shaved yours, like,
shaved facial hair and cut my hair, you guys would be
you would look totally different.
Fuck is this?
Yeah,
who's that?
Yeah, so I couldn't even imagine you, Sean, without like your beard or anything. Like, can you do it?
No, I'll be divorced. Yeah, it's in our contract. Mel will leave me.
That was in the prenup, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking end up in the bathroom on the floor.
True story. Like Mel was like, that's kind of your grenade. If you're just done with shit, just come home shaved, and we won't fight. I'll just pack up my shit.
Get out.
That's the signal. Like, I'm done.
Exactly.
She'll poop on your bed.
Yeah, that's my signal.
When I'm done. You fucking shave. I'm gonna poop right on your pillow.
That sucks, because if you're not the one leaving and you shit on the bed, it's like, oh well, fuck. Now I gotta clean up my own damn bed.
Yeah, dude. I hate you so much. I'm gonna go shit on my own bed so you'll leave. I'm gonna shit right on your side.
Fucking Amber Heard, man.
I'm even gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna take a picture in portrait mode too.
Yeah, Ty.
Put a really nice filter on that.
Like Ty said, so the same dude that shaved his goatee, Ty said it's like when you have a baby with a beard, then you shave it and the baby cries because it can't recognize you. Yeah, this guy's kid was fucking terrified. Like, he had a toddler, and he said like the kid was terrified, and like it took like a month of like the kid getting used to it and believing that it wasn't just some guy who came in and replaced his dad. Because he was like, the kid was like not sleeping, like having night terrors, and like wanting like the mom to stay away from him. So
damn,
whole damn thing. So the dude for sure looked like a different person.
All right, we'll get back on track now. But so after Brandon Routh played Superman, there was another little break. And after the success of the Dark Knight trilogy, well, I mean, in the middle of it, who was it? It was it was Goyer. Yeah, I think Stephen S. Goyer is the name.
David
Goyer. That's right. So WB liked what he did a lot on that, and so they wanted him to talk about doing a Superman movie, and so he worked with Christopher Nolan, and they started to develop their own vision for it, and they wanted to bring on Zack Snyder, and we're coming to it, Aaron. So, you can get ready to wind this one up for you.
Thanks.
So the next the next guy to take on the mantle of Superman, they casted Henry Cavill, who, by the way, was the first non-US person to take the role of Superman in live action form, because he's from the UK. And sorry, there's a Fast and the Furious outside right now.
It didn't pick it up.
Oh, good. Oh, that must have been really weird then for everybody. No, there's a guy that lives next door, and he's got this unnecessarily fucking loud car. So every time he comes home, it's like the whole thing is rumbling and fucking. It's just so stupid. Like why you would have a car like that. Clearly, I have thoughts about
it. Let it out.
So I'm surprised it didn't get picked up. But anyways, yeah, Henry Cavill. Dude, I loved. We'll start by this. I love the look that Henry Cavill brings to the role. We'll start there, right? Because there's a lot that goes on with this, since this is the most modern take on Superman so far. But the look, he fucking looks like Superman. There's no enhancements or CGI enhancements or anything like that. And like that was all him under the suit. And he's just super fucking buff and ripped for that role. But yeah, I mean, he looks awesome in the suit too.
Aaron, I want you to take it, man.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, he looks freaking great. You know, I know some people were like not on board with the removal of the pantaloons, but like it looks all right,
yes.
right? It's a little darker, like as far as the suit is concerned. It's not as bright blue, which I don't know. I could have done with it being a little brighter. As far as the movie is concerned, like yeah, I when Man of Steel came out, I really liked it. Rewatching it today, god damn, there's a lot of Jesus like imagery in this movie. Yeah, there's a whole lot. I definitely dug Snyder. I was a really big Snyder fan. Like he went through the Warner Brothers, right? He was like, I think they caught him on Dawn of the Dead, which wasn't Warner Brothers. I don't think. I don't know. But then he went to do 300, and then he went to do Watchmen, which is also freaking great. And then he went to this, right?
Yeah.
It's a little somber, which I think is what kind of turns me off from it. Like, it doesn't have that hope that like you see from Superman. And I think they were like kind of building to it, but I don't know if they ever really got there because of what happened with the next movies, right? They just kind of continued down that rabbit hole. But as far as like this movie is concerned, it's really good. It really has like, I'm just talking critical about the movie, but it's interesting because it has like this blue tone over the whole movie. Like the first time I remember seeing something like that was in like The Matrix, where it was green like the whole movie, or at least every time they're in the Matrix. So I think the look of the movie is really good. Just story wise, I think at this point we probably could have done like I like what they did with Russell Crowe, and like the whole like 20+ minute opening on Krypton was really cool, but you almost could have done without it. Right? Like we know what happened on Krypton, but I think they had to do that to set up what they did with Zod later in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I loved everything with Kevin Costner. I don't know if Kev, you had kids, but like as a dad, like that stuff really hit home with me. I think when that came out, my kid was like 4. And even watching it today, I was like, oh, like the heartstrings were being pulled for sure. It was weird seeing Diane Lane in the mom role, but she did a great job. And so like this is where I think the modern interpretations of Superman, for me, are problematic because he is so iconic now. Like it's hard to do him right. You either go too corny, or you go where this went and like where the humanity is. Like I said, it becomes like a really somber like look at like how does Superman feel about existing in this world, where like he's not always feeling accepted, and like he just like they took it too far, I think. Like he just never gets that really hopeful, like, I'm Superman and I'm gonna do what I need to do. And like we haven't got to BVS yet, but I want to talk more about it then.
They definitely took a direction and just went all the way with it. There, like there's because that's a very divisive way to look at the movie and present it to people. Is you're either gonna have somebody that's overly over the top, like hopeful and kind of just like happy go lucky, well, not happy go lucky, but it's like the guy that saves the cat out of the tree, or like goes and like leaves cookies for the elderless and stuff, and like it's like that's one way of doing it. And then the other way, which is what they took on this one, was how does somebody that's got god like powers and is looked at as a god, how do you live in a world of regular people, and then how does the regular people feel about that? Are they scared? Or how it was very realistic, like grounded and realistic in that way, but very divisive for a character like that people are expecting one thing, and to get presented a different side of it is cool, but it's not for everybody, and they fall to different sides. So it was very, very divisive and controversial, but
I definitely liked it. It was different, right? It was really different, like especially from the Brandon Routh stuff. At the end of that, there was still this like upturn of like he's hopeful. Kev, I see you want to jump in here. Go.
What's that? Oh, no. I'm really interested in hearing on all these like perspectives, because I don't know. When I first saw Man of Steel, honestly, Man of Steel is one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. And the first time I saw it, I actually saw it the next day in theaters. That's how much I was like blown away by it. I think because I think for me personally, it was such a different take on Superman than what I was used to. And I think a more realistic take, like Marcus was saying, where there was this alien being that was living amongst us, amongst humanity, and this person with godlike powers. How would humanity react to someone like that? And then I always there was a part of me that felt Superman is indestructible, and I feel like as someone who is looking at these comic book characters as fantastical as they are, as a reader, as a viewer, you're almost trying to relate to them. And there was a take that Zack Snyder did with Man of Steel where it was, as a viewer, I felt for Kal-El or Clark. I felt for his confusion, and he almost, Zack Snyder almost portrayed Superman as like a messianic figure, which there's a scene in that movie where he's at a church talking to a priest about whether he should give himself up to Zod, and like, the people of Earth, like, should I protect them? Like, what should I do here in this situation? And behind him is a stained glass window of Jesus, like kneeling, praying to God. And I was like, wow, like I never thought I would ever combine Superman with like a religion. And I don't know, there was just there were so many different takes that I took away from this movie that really opened my eyes to, wow, like superhero movies could be like this too. I mean, we just got through Nolan's trilogy with Batman, and even though Batman, I feel like, can adapt to more of a grounded, he's more of a grounded hero. This was a way of almost grounding Superman, where he was having this issue of like, I have this ability and I have this power where I can protect these people, but these people are rejecting me. Like, what do I do? And that whole conflict, I don't know, to me, it was like a whole different way for me to like view Superman. But obviously majority of people and Aaron, including you, were very torn. This is not the Superman they were used to, and unfortunately, from like a business perspective, the movie critically didn't succeed. And yeah, I'm sure we'll go into like Snyder's, like the later stuff and what happened with that, but it was such a vast change that people didn't really know how to receive it. I think that my love for Superman was not so, I wasn't so tied to like one type of thing, and seeing this kind of, it made me feel a whole different way, and I don't know, I appreciate Man of Steel for that. I know you mentioned BVS, and there's definitely issues that I have with like the theatrical version, but Man of Steel, yeah, I actually I freaking love that movie. I really do. So
Yeah, dude, I'm right there with you, Kev, and for the reasons why you liked it. I actually saw it for the first time, again when I was catching up for just Legion of Geeks as a whole, when we were getting ready to start it off. But in doing research for this episode, I realized something, and if you remind me, I'll shoot you the link if you want to. But it made me realize that the reason why I like Zack Snyder's take on Superman is because it's not Superman. Like it's like Aaron was saying, it's very Superman always has this weird, he's very hopeful. He does good just because he can. Even if like people don't like it or hate him, he still keeps pressing forward. He never questions it. And he's like, in that sense, kind of perfect. So that was one thing that Zack Snyder kind of switched up and reversed. And then the other thing too that I realized was missing from this movie is that we got in we've had in just about every other Superman adaptation, is like this movie portrayed him as a god, right? And when I think of Superman, I think like overpowered, like alien, that could just demolish any human, right? But every other Superman adaptation, they give him like he's very human like. And so this one went the opposite direction, to the point of actually putting him like, instead of being on the ground like talking to the kid that he just helped out and being like, yeah, I'm here for you, and kind of relating to the kid. There's that one scene in that movie where Superman stays in the sky, like blocking the sun, and just looks like all he's missing is a cross like attached to him. And it's like, holy shit, dude. Like, I didn't realize that stuff was missing. And the reason why I like Zack Snyder's Superman is because it isn't really Superman. Like, I'm with you. I like, yeah, he's it was Jesus.
Jesus.
Zack Snyder presents Jesus. No, but
I can get behind that, Jesus, dude. He's coming back to save us, baby.
But dude, like honestly, like I didn't realize that until just doing research for this. But I was like, it makes sense. Zack Snyder stuff is very visually beautiful. The Superman like does fuck up like a lot of buildings and create like a lot of destruction, and there's some BVS things like I'll point out to kind of support this. But like I realized I like this movie because it's not really Superman, and just like Aaron was saying, it's not like Superman that he's seen before. So I'm torn. I really like the movie, but I've never been like a major on board with Superman because I feel like he's too perfect. So,
yeah, and that's right where I am. Like with Superman as a character, like he's just, you get him, he's so good that he's boring, or like you humanize him too much. But like I will say that this is probably my favorite of the Snyderverse movies. Like the scenes where he's fighting the other Kryptonians are awesome. Like
that was cool.
That's that stuff that you were talking about last week, Sean, where like he gets to cut loose and like just go nuts on these guys.
Yeah.
And like So the other huge problem, like, and I know there's a lot of people who feel the same way, is the end, right? Like he kills Zod, and it's like, ooh, like, was there another way? And like, does that totally go against like the character they were building the entire movie, where like his, he's trying to honor the memory of his father, of like, you know, would that be something that his father would have been okay with? Obviously, he wouldn't have wanted him to, like, Zod to kill those innocent people, right? Because that's why he did it. But was there another way? And like, you almost feel like Superman always finds another way, and to kind of like bring that into, like, I know the next movie was BVS. I was like, that was a commonality that him and Batman always shared, was that like neither of them kill, right?
Yeah,
Like,
they don't kill people.
right. And yeah, we'll see how that went in the next movie.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit. I agree with you, Aaron. Though, like, I have to say, out of all the Snyderverse movies, Man of Steel is definitely my favorite. Is definitely my top out of all of them. But I don't. It's so crazy, like talking about Man of Steel and like all these different things, like Superman killing Zod at the end and all this. I don't know. I still find to this day like all these different things about that movie that I feel like there's so much debate about. And I think that's another reason why I like it so much, is because I think there's like so many little pieces in that film that you can kind of dissect and debate. And I think that's why not only is it my favorite Snyderverse movie, but it's on my top, honestly, 5 list of like favorite superhero films. Like this moment of time, like Man of Steel's like on that because of all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, it definitely gives a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Right. And the only thing we can remember from the old ones is the fucking cellophane S that comes off of his chest.
Right.
So it's a huge difference of like what we can remember and what we like.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so this is, I mean, it's funny you say that you like that one the most, because that was the start of that universe, was that movie. It was like the origin, the birth of all this shit in that world. That was the beginning of it. And so because I think Snyder had such a big vision for where he wanted to go with things, he wanted to tell this, and WB had faith in him to tell this story over a period of time. They thought he was going to be successful at doing it. With it, like you mentioned, Aaron, that he did 300 before, and that was fucking huge. Dude, Kev, do you remember when Guy would always put on fucking 300 when we would hang out with him?
Oh, dude, no question. And Aaron and Sean, I wish you had the opportunity to meet Guy Sparks. Because like, yeah, like his name was Guy Sparks, and it was so fitting to like the person he was. But yeah, sorry, I had to step away for a few minutes. I don't know if you guys had already mentioned 300. I fucking love 300. I don't know if any of you guys said that, but I do. I fucking love 300.
It's really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, sorry, that was kind of a side note. But anyways, the success of that, they were trusting him to like, oh, you can go do whatever you want, create your universe, and so he started up that with Man of Steel, and then the first Superman movie, and the whole origin of everything, which is cool when you think about it, because Aaron, they were showing from Krypton that whole fucking scene in the beginning, and like that's what establishes this comic book world that Snyder created, was that first scene. It was very cool when you look back at everything, like after all the movies that have come out, to like start your story there. That was just a really, really, really cool way of kind of like the birth of that universe. But so he wanted to take Superman on an arc, and that in the beginning of that, or the first movie, he doesn't know how to be Superman yet, so he's still trying to figure it out. He doesn't know where that line is. He's not just automatically perfect. He's got to figure out where the line is that to be drawn. And when he kills Zod at the end, that was just the way of him figuring out, okay, this is gonna kill me. This is gonna break me if I do this. But then now I know where the line is. I can never cross that line ever again. And so that's just the very first little baby steps on his way to becoming Superman, because eventually he would be at the end of Justice League, after he literally comes back from the dead. But so it was just but again, wasn't what people were expecting from that character to do that. But that's where it started. And so after the events of that one, we go into Batman v Superman, and we're kind of like extending this big Superman story out a lot more because that's what we've seen recently. There's not really much with that character in terms of everything that we've just talked about. Like that's the only things that have happened with this character Superman over the years since the 1938.
Yeah.
So it's like, and recently WB was saying that how they wanted to revitalize the character again because they don't really have Superman content or good Superman content out.
Yeah, there was a ton of cartoons that we glossed over. I think 90s had a few of them. I want to say 2000s had a few too. But yeah, live action, there hasn't been much so getting to this point and getting to Batman v Superman, like, dude, I remember when the promos started, like I didn't watch the first one, so I just saw, I was like, what the fuck, like they're just swinging for the fence, dude, like how is this gonna fucking work? And the whole logo where it combined the two, I was like, dude, this is it. Honestly, it felt like without knowing anything, it felt like the old, like how I keep bringing up the whole, Taco Bell Batman vs. Robin like promos. They just throw fucking everything together and try to promote the shit out of the movie. And it's not even really about the movie at any point. But watching it back, I was like, okay, like there's a lot of things that they, to make it happen, there's a lot of like liberties that they took. And to me, the biggest one is like Superman had a chance to tell Batman, what was really going on, and Lex did this and he's behind it all. But instead he goes, if I wanted you to die, you would have been dead. And I'm like, I like it, but that's not Superman, dude. Like, everybody wants to see this fight.
About, the end when they're fighting.
Yeah, everybody wants to see this fight, but it's like Superman would have been like, hey, we should put our heads together, This is Lex Luthor doing it.
They fought.
Anyways, I know there's a lot to speak on this topic, so one of you guys can take it.
Yeah, I'll just say that at the end, at the end of the first one, Aaron, like you mentioned, he kills Zod, right? And then so now it's kind of just he stopped the bad guys from destructing the whole city, which they already did. So I mean, but from furthermore destructing it. So now the movie then starts off that this next one. It's like, how do you deal with the aftermath of what you just did? So because what you just did was inadvertently killed a lot of people by trying to fight off this person or this alien, and you've just caused a citywide fucking massive destruction, like a nuclear bomb went off there. And meanwhile, Batman is watching from the sidelines and is just seeing all this shit happen, and then somebody dies that's personal to him, and so he just starts to feel it, like he doesn't trust who this person is, this alien. Even though he seems to be safe and is saving people, he's also an alien. And also at this point, they start to introduce Batman, so I don't want to like dive too much into why Batman's in the movie, but basically Batman has been fighting crime for a very long time, and he's just kind of over it, and a lot of bad shit's happened to him, so he's really jaded and is not hopeful in any way. So he doesn't trust Superman, and so he sets off on this quest to try and take him out, and that's what the movie's about. But this movie really deals a lot with Superman. Like, what am I supposed to do? People don't want me around. I'm not sure if I should be helping people. I know that I can, but should I? And then it starts to get political too. And then the government is thinking, do we need a Superman here? If we do, is he part of the US? Is he going to be on our side? So it brings a lot of different topics into it, which was really interesting for a Superman movie, to deal with those really heavy topics. I thought was really cool.
Yeah. There was a lot of that stuff, like more, and it's kind of continued from the first movie, like Superman trying to really find his identity. And like they touch on it really heavily, like almost ham-fistedly, I would say. like, oh, Superman doesn't want to be called American anymore. He's like a global citizen or whatever they say.
Right.
And like they show him like going to, I don't even remember, like a Latin nation, and to like, yeah, I think it was probably Mexico. He's like saving the girl from the building. Like he stops chasing Batman at Lex Luthor's place to like watch the news, and then takes off to like another country to go save them because they want to. I think earlier in the movie he had seen the woman on TV talking about how you used to decide whose lives to save and who's not, and then like felt like that was a direct reaction to that, right? And just to backtrack a tiny bit, like talking about Henry Cavill and like how great he is in the role and how like good he looks. I was astonished like back in Man of Steel when they were showing some of the older like the scenes when he was a teenager, and how close he looks to Tom Welling in those scenes. Like,
yeah, dude.
Like I thought it was Tom Welling, and I was like, no, that's actually Henry Cavill. And like, because I did watch the first few seasons of Smallville on DVD, because those used to exist. And
dude, I have all the Seinfelds on DVD in the other room, and I watched it.
And yeah, there was like a lot of other like TV live action content. Like there was the Lois and Clark, which I never really watched, and yeah, the Superman animated series, which was like a spin-off of TAS, right, of Batman, the animated series, and then the Justice League series, which I also never watched. I know I'm a horrible and DC animation fan, but yeah, so a lot of Superman. Just again back to.
I'm
What's
sorry.
that?
I'm cracking up. I just keep thinking, like, you brought up Lois and Clark, and it was like, can you imagine if one of us right now were like, dude, I can't wait to go watch this week's Lois and Clark.
Dude, Dean Cain, man. Dean Cain fucking killed it, dude.
He did.
It's not even the Superman thing. It's fucking Lois and Clark. It's
right.
It was such
he didn't even get
like,
top billing.
It was a weird like teen drama. Like,
yeah, dude. I just kept thinking that when you brought it up. It's like, fuck, man. I can't even imagine that existing right now.
Right. I mean, at least in the new show, he gets top billing, right? It's Superman and Lois. This is fucking like an adult, like drama show starring Lois Lane. Plus, maybe a little bit of Superman sometimes.
And he looked super goofy.
Just Clark Kent.
He looked super goofy the few scenes where he had the suit on. It was like.
He did.
It looked like pajamas. Yeah.
At least get some quick reps in there, like just to beef up a tiny bit, dude.
Yeah, it isn't Dean Cain hella short too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he's shorter than Terry Hatcher, right?
I think so.
Dude, he's like, oh man, I get to wear the suit in this episode, and they were like, oh shit, we don't even have one for him. Here, just go in the back and give it, like, throw that on real quick.
If they get him lifts, probably.
I was gonna say, lifts in the boots
real quick.
Yeah.
That was the one thing that Zack Snyder, like the casting of Henry Cavill, like, and then that dude, added 20 pounds of muscle to already, being in pretty good shape, and then that dude looks like yoked out fucking Superman, like how all these like extreme 90s artists started drawing him and just adding muscles on top of muscles and shit. I was like, oh fuck, like it really does exist with Henry Cavill,
dude. Yeah, it's. I mean, the man has a good physique, and it's like, it's just crazy that people can look that way and train, to be. But like, it's some of it's genetics too, and not everybody can look like that. So it's just like the right mix where you just look at somebody like, damn, that dude is ripped. He looks like Superman. I believe it. Dude, I like believe that he can be that person.
Yeah, and big ups to him because he refused any type of additives or steroids. He also said no CGI, like adding shit. Like
that's not what my drug guy says.
Yeah. But I was like, man, what a Superman move to all natural.
So Superman of him.
So white bread.
I want whatever he would do for sure.
Right? Are you sure that's it's gonna be a long time? Enjoy eating protein for the next like 2 years.
Yeah.
He ate like 5,000 calories a day, and it's like, dude, holy fucking shit! How do you eat that?
Yeah.
Jesus.
But yeah, as far as like his portrayal in the movie, yeah, still more of the same. He's still like unsure of himself. He gets played super easy by Lex Luthor. Like Sean was saying, like he didn't even really. He had one brief conversation, and like Batman already had a mad on for him, right? Like he was just pissed. But like I would even say like he kind of went against character and was like, I feel like the Superman move would have been like, as much as I don't want my mom to die, like she wouldn't want me to go kill somebody else to save her. Like, even if I think this is a horrible person, I don't think he did think that Batman was evil, right?
No.
He just didn't like his methods, right? This is different than what I do, which also I call bullshit on, because it seems like both Batmans and Supermans, I don't kill people, whatever you want to call it, like goes out the window in this movie whenever they feel like it. So many times, like Superman's like, oh, I didn't kill those guys. Where like at the very beginning when he saves Lois, but he definitely killed that other guy that had the gun to her head, right? Like,
totally.
Yeah.
I didn't kill the rest of those guys, but I did kill that one.
No, I killed them.
Yes.
Yeah, no, not him, but I
definitely
killed that guy though.
And then
that guy's so dead.
Right. That guy's paste.
Dude, and just to jump in really quick, while you're talking about, the whole thing where he super cares about his mom with Lex Luthor to the point where he's gonna go fight and kill Batman. It's like the previous movie, like you had the opportunity to make us really. The whole thing with Superman is like he is the way he is because his parents are the Kents. They're not like his parents back on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, that first movie, he like fucking just ditched like the Kents. He was like, oh, thanks for raising me. Went and found out a fuck ton more about his dad and starts calling him dad, and then comes back and he's like, oh wait, no, I still really care about Martha. Like, like it's like, you know what I mean? Like I felt like as an audience person, I didn't really care about Martha. I really wanted to see Batman versus, Batman and Superman fight, so I bought into it. But thinking about it, it's like, no, like he was so close to like the holograms of his like parents. It's like, dude,
right, of Jor-El.
It was just a weird thing.
Yeah, and then like the other thing that just stuck out to me today when I was rewatching was like Lois totally acknowledges the fact that all those military contractors are there at the beginning, and then like when only dead people are the rebels, she doesn't even mention it. Like, just like she forgets like that they were there, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, I got this bullet because there were rebels there," and it was just like, don't you think that was important? Like, couldn't you have squashed this whole thing? This whole argument, it's like by bringing that up at the beginning instead of like sitting on it as a plot point for half the movie.
Dude, it's always Lois's fault, man. Like, why she gets into like throughout every platform, throughout the comics and the fucking shows and the movies and the games, everything. Every time Superman gets fucked up or like turns evil or whatever, it's always Lois's fault.
If she would only stop shitting in Superman's bed, dude.
Right?
No, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Who's shat in his bed?
Lois Lane.
Lois.
And yeah, I did like. I mean, I kind of was on the fence. Like they kind of went the injustice route, like showing the future where like Superman was evil, and like that was foreshadowing for the Justice League and some of the shit we'll probably never get to see. But again, we're right back to like Superman killing, and like he's got followers who kill people for him, and it's just like now, like where the problems that I had with the first movie where he was too human, like now you've just taken him totally outside of what Superman is. And so that was my big problems with that.
No, Mel. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Mel.
Give some to Marcus.
Yeah.
Hell
Congrats on subscribing to your own channel.
I subscribe. I love it. See, I'm getting surprised on my own show. Didn't even see that one coming.
But yeah, dude, and you know, I love, you know, because like I was talking about Superman being super overpowered last episode. You know, that brief moment where we saw him get resurrected and he kind of went ape shit. No, that was Justice League. Never mind. But like with him going bad, where he has followers, I'm like, fuck, man, who do I pay to see that? Because like, it's not Superman, but like, I want to see that shit. Just him, dude.
I really wanted to
unleash.
See that too.
Yeah,
because he's so overpowered and underused, and it would just be insane to see him just blow up, dude.
Well, it's just cool because like you don't see like if he was on the opposite side, you know, it's like how do you then stop that? Like that becomes a whole different narrative, and it's like usually Superman's the good guy, so you know he's gonna go save the day, and you want to see, and we're used to seeing that. But like, how do you stop Superman from taking you out when he's so invincible? Like that would have been so sick to see.
Yeah, so invincible and no ties to humanity, like no ties to giving a crap about anybody.
Yeah, once again, kill Lois.
Just take her out. Holy shit. I think that was like as we're having this discussion, I think that was a huge issue with Snyder's story arc. Was that I could see, you know, now that we've seen like his you know, Justice League cut and everything, you know, what his story arc was and what his vision was for these heroes, and in particular Superman. But I feel like it took so long for us to get the Superman that I think a lot of us know, the Superman that gives hope, and for us to have a Man of Steel where it was kind of the Superman that was just beginning to be Superman, and I'm still trying to figure out who I am and what I'm supposed to do and what my abilities are and all this other kind of stuff, to then jump to BVS to a Superman, even though it was flashing forward into the future where, you know, Aaron, like you said, it was sort of this injustice take where he was, you know, with Darkseid, and he had his own followers, like his own soldiers with like Superman logos and stuff on their arms and all this kind of stuff. It was like, well, we already had a dark Superman that's going to a darker Superman. We didn't have time to have this Superman that was showing hope, this bright light, to then all of a sudden, it would have been more, I think, impactful to have that than to show the Superman that completely did a 180 because his whole entire world, Lois, was taken away from him. And just to show that, like, because she was taken away, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with like the Injustice League or the Injustice story, but Lois was pregnant with Clark's son. The Joker kills Lois, and you know, and killing his son or child, I should say. I don't know if it was ever determined whether it was a boy or girl. Child. So he does a complete 180 and just decides like, fuck everything. And I am Superman, and this is what I'm going to do, which is such an interesting story. But I feel like we never got that. We never got this Superman that we were like, oh my gosh, look at this bright light of hope. And then to see him turn, I think would have impacted us more as like, oh my God, like we just had this and now we're seeing this, but I get why he became like that.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of went from dark to dark to darker to dark to darker and darker. And then we just couldn't see anything anymore.
Yeah.
So as much as I love Man of Steel, and I love the take that Snyder was introducing us to, like that type of Superman,
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point in time, I think it's time for a Superman that shows hope. And I don't think we need an origin story.
No.
I think we need a Superman, like similar to what Matt Reeves just did with the Batman. You know, Batman starting year 2, he's kind of, you know, the GCPD know him, blah, 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 blah. And here we go again. I'm fucking talking about the Batman. You guys see this is going to happen.
Put it on right now.
Yeah, this is my fucking plan the whole time. But, no, but for real.
3 hours of Superman, and then just to get the Batman.
Yeah, I think we have a Superman story where we don't need to see Superman's origin. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, switch the graphics. Switch the graphics, Sean. Switch them up.
Just a drive-by. Fuck you.
Superman out.
Oh shit.
But anyways, yeah, I'm just trying to say that I just think it's time that we have a different take on Superman. Probably something that majority of people, maybe even going back towards like the Christopher Reeve style. I don't know. Just saying.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like,
yeah,
that we've seen the origin, we don't need to see it again. Like, we've seen it 100 million different times, and I think Grant Morrison did a really good job of it in one of the comics. Like, it was still a while ago, but he did a 1-panel origin story, like, or not a 1-panel, 1-page origin story. It was 4 panels long, and that was it. It was like, that's it. Everybody knows. And like, they did it with Spider-Man. Like, you don't need to do it with Spider-Man. You don't need to do it with Batman. Like, this is now a modern day myth. People get it. Like, you don't need to keep explaining it.
Like Zack Snyder said, fucking the Superman S is like the second most recognizable symbol other than the cross. Like, even people without televisions know Superman's like origin story, dude.
He's been around since fucking 1938. So you know, it's like, how many? We don't need. Yeah, we definitely don't need to see it again for sure. Well, we brushed on a lot of that. So if you guys are cool with that, I'm gonna move forward. Because I think we have ended on the with all the end of the Snyder shit, at least for that. So going forward, what do we think that they should do now? Because I know that there's all the rumors that they want to cast a black actor to play Superman and totally restart the whole thing. It's from scratch, different take on it. What do you guys think?
Has there been any
I stumped you.
Is it like, is the, you know, the recast, if they do go, you know, with a black actor, do we know if it's gonna be like, what was it, Shaq, the Steel, like that storyline, or is it actually still like a
I love that movie exists.
Me too. I hella love it, dude.
I love that movie exists.
Dude, John, we should do Shazam for one of the retro relapses.
Oh, that would be good.
Kazam?
Kazam.
That's
right.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah. I think, isn't Shazam that missing movie that was like with Sinbad that everybody remembers but nobody can find?
That's the Mandela Effect movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, Kazam. But and I think it'll be sick. I don't know who to cast, but I think, you know, with once again Batman's forcing a reboot of the whole fucking universe. I think it's a smart move to do it right now. They can, with having to reshoot the Flash movie after kicking out Ezra Miller in a few days here, after his 4th arrest in 10 days. You know, they can just reshoot the Flash movie, use that to change everything, drop us right in, you know, a universe that Superman's already established. And I think the missing thing with the Zack Snyder movie is some of the Christopher Reeves element, where it's like a goofy Clark Kent, a Superman that talks to human beings and really tries to relate to them and doesn't just float above them after they help him out. The Superman that does, not only are they fighting these like monsters and these big bad guys, but a Superman that helps everyday shit too. Try and bring some of that more. I may not like that Superman, but that would be Superman. Like that would make more sense to the actual character.
I agree, dude. No, I agree with Sean. I think I know I can always revisit Man of Steel and like that take that Zack Snyder showed us with his vision of Superman. I always have that to go back to. I think at this point in time, I think if you're going to reboot Superman, which I absolutely think they should, I think you give us, I think now more than ever with just, and I don't want to get too deep into this, but like what's going on like the past like 2 years with the pandemic and all this kind of stuff. I think what better time to like present us with a Superman that shows hope,
Exactly.
And I don't want to get like too deep or anything like that, but I think like now
get as deep as you want.
Get as deep as I want. All right, fine. I'm gonna get really deep.
So as far as you can go.
As far as
until
possible.
you can't.
Until I just can't anymore.
Until I'll let you know when that is.
I'll let you know. I'll give you a heads up, dude.
Yeah, no, I'll let you know.
But yeah, I think now more than ever, I think it'd be great to have a Superman movie. And to be honest with you, and I hate to say it like this, and it's so. I was thinking about this live stream today, and at some point I was guessing we were gonna, probably discuss Superman for the future and what we would like to see. And I hate to use this analogy, but I can't think of anything else. Marvelize Superman, if that makes sense. I think with the formula that Marvel has shown us for over the past, how long has it been? 12, 13 years? I don't even know.
15 years, some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Superman is a character that what Marvel has done with their films. I mean, fuck. If you could get like Taika Waititi to come over to Warner Brothers and do a Superman movie, brilliant. I think James Gunn would be a great choice too. I mean, it seems like James Gunn really wants to focus on like, more of like the C and D characters and stuff like that, really showcase them, and that's just kind of more of his thing. Okay, I get that. But I think to bring in some brightness, some humor, but also, some really dramatic scenes, and heart-wrenching scenes, I think is what Superman needs. And I that's what I just feel like borrow the formula that Marvel has used in so many of their movies, and I think that would adapt. Out of any DC character I can think of, I feel like Superman would be the one that could use that formula and be really successul.
Yeah,
so,
and
I hope that's what happens.
Real quick, just to jump in here, because you made it click with Marvelizing it. Do what they did with Captain America. Like to a fault, he still felt like doing the right thing. Like he never lost hope. He, even turned his back to, the government or whatever because he didn't think what they were doing was right. And it's like he still had that sense where, if he saved somebody, like he would try to relate to him, and he was very, like down to earth, even like writing down all these like random things he had to catch up on with history, and then you would see him go out and fight, crazy ass aliens and shit and be, semi overpowered, but he still felt like human. So I think you hit it nail on the head with that one.
Yeah, that's a perfect analogy. Captain America is like the Superman for Marvel.
Yeah,
it's like
man.
very similar. That old school American white boy way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I 100% like when I think about a connection between the two, like Captain America and Superman are very similar. I think the problem that you run into, like at least with Marvelizing Superman, is like what makes Marvel characters so relatable is that they all have some kind of like character flaw or something that from their background that like defines them, and like that's harder with Superman just because he is fucking Superman, right? Like
Yeah.
he is so overpowered. Like he could mop the floor with Captain America, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with Kev. It's time to like, and it even might be too early. But maybe it would be inspiring to see a hopeful, like a really hopeful Superman. Because like of all the shit that like this country and this world has been through in the last few years, it would be really good to just like have something
Perfect.
uplifting like that. They would just have to make sure that it didn't come off as dopey, right? Like as like unnecessarily like unrealistically hopeful. And like I had remembered seeing a graphic not too long ago that like they were talking about recasting, so I had to go look. And so there is, I guess it's like low level talks where J.J. Abrams is going to produce a Superman movie that's going to be uh, that Ta-Nehisi Coates is going to be involved in, and that might be where like the idea of having a black Superman, and I know there have been like some variations of Superman that were African American. But yeah, that makes sense with him involved, right? Like I don't know if you guys know who Ta-Nehisi Coates is.
I don't.
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
so he wrote this really poignant book for his son about what racism is like in America today. For it's called Between the World and Me, which is on my reading list. I haven't read it yet, but it's like a really good book about like just what it's like to be a black man in America in like the new millennium. And he also wrote some of Black Panther and Captain America, and like some of the stuff that he wrote in Black Panther has like made its way into the movie. So he's a really like smart he writes really smart comic books with like that are still bombastic but have like a political undertone. So like I think if anyone can tackle something like what we're talking about, that's a good choice right there, whether they do a traditional Superman or not.
Dude,
And then
Interesting.
right,
I like that.
J.J. Abrams, so we'll get lots of lens flares.
just
I was just gonna fucking say that, dude. Oh my god.
Which, to be fair, we got a lot of them in Man of Steel too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very true. That is very true.
Definitely a very stylized choice.
yeah.
Well, shit. We talked about past, present, future. Do you guys have any last thoughts on Superman?
Weird shit.
Yeah, same
Weird
here.
shit.
I got some weird shit. Go
Okay.
ahead, Aaron.
I wanted to touch on what Kev was saying earlier about Injustice. Like, that's a really cool story if you want to see like a dark Superman, and even it was even darker than what you said because Joker actually gets Superman to kill Lois because he like doses him with fear toxin and like Joker toxin and like makes him think Lois is Doomsday, and he like takes her up to space and like basically kills her by suffocating her in space, and like he snaps out of it just in time to see her die. So that's why he goes nuts.
Yes.
And then one of the weird thing that we didn't touch on is
Lois.
that they well, that too. But they did try to make another Superman movie between Returns and
I know where you're going with this.
between Returns and the Christopher Reeve one, and it was with Tim Burton and Nick Cage.
Yeah, baby. Dude,
yeah, it was.
That picture of him in the suit is fucking awesome.
Oh,
He's got
it's
the long
great.
hair like Con Air.
Fucking
Yeah.
He's just
awesome,
dude.
dude.
His fucking chest hair is sticking out.
Yeah, and he's got like the weirdest freaking Superman suit ever.
Yeah, dude, it looked crazy. I can't, and it just to pair with Tim Burton, that would have been fucking crazy. Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Dude, and just to hit on that note, and I'll add some of the other weird shit at the same time. Did you have anything else, Aaron? Any other weird?
Well, I mean, I just just made the connection in my head. That's like one step away from a Johnny Depp Superman, right? Because it was Tim Burton.
Yep. Dude, and then his wife is Lois. I forget Tim Burton's wife that always plays Johnny Depp.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah.
God.
Dude, so there's so many weird possible castings for Superman. The two that I can remember off the top of my head. So when, Christopher Reeve was cast, they specifically went with an unknown. But one of the people that were in the close running at the same time, so they had a few famous people and they're like, those are too famous. But Christopher Walken was almost Superman during that time, dude. I'm like, I can't even imagine the whole movie. So, Lex,
yeah.
During the Brandon Routh, I also remembered that during that time Will Smith was almost cast.
Right.
Really?
Wait, what? Will Smith?
Will Smith was almost Superman, dude.
He was almost Captain America too.
He was almost
sent to jail the other week.
That's a really good point, Margaret.
He was almost
Neo.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was supposed to be cast in The Matrix.
Yeah.
And then he took Wild Wild West over The Matrix.
Smart
and then
move.
we got the
because he got to do the
Keanu Reeves.
Dude,
thank God. Good song.
Yeah. I fucking loved that song when I was little.
Oh, I love it.
Dude, and then just two other weird things. So bringing it back to Superman 4. So they had a scene. One thing I wanted to hit on was like how Superman solved writers solved a lot of Superman's issues with his powers, which has led to him having these weird fucking powers. Superman 4, so the scene, he rebuilds the Great Wall of China, right? The whole thing was going to be done with his speed with him building, but that was going to take them over their budget for the movie. So they just took the film of the Great Wall of China exploding, reversed it, and said that he had vision that could rebuild shit.
Oh, love it, dude.
And it was to save money. And then one of the other, I don't know why, but this was to solve another problem. In one of the comics, I don't think it was ever done in a show. I don't even know how they would do it. But he solved an issue by revealing that he had the power to shoot mini Supermen out of his hands. Miniature versions of himself would fly out of his hands, and then they went and fought, some crazy shit. I don't remember the problem.
I've never heard of that, dude.
Dude.
Yeah, and another thing that DC's trying to bury, because with somebody who's been around this long, there's obviously some problematic choices that these franchises are trying to bury and forget about. But let me see.
Ezra Miller's going to be one of them pretty soon.
There's absolutely. So there was actually at one point a pink kryptonite that turned Superman homosexual. Why is that necessary, dude? Like, I'm hoping I didn't read it, but I'm hoping it was to like bring those issues to light, because they did have some good sides of doing that. One comic, they turned Lois to black so that she could deal with issues of being African American in US and bring up those issues. Hopefully that's what pink kryptonite was about, dude. But why does that exist? Why does that exist?
It's so unnecessary.
I take it back. James Gunn would be the perfect choice to have a Superman who would shoot little Supermen out of his hands
and deal with pink kryptonite.
Deal with pink kryptonite, my God, never mind.
I'm hoping it was in the best choice. I haven't read it, so don't cancel me. I'm not a proponent of it. But man, like, There's so many.
If he turned gay, like he wouldn't even need a porn name because he's already got one, the Man of Steel.
I'm glad you brought that up because there is a storyline where he's in a porn.
Sean's like, speaking of Man of Steel,
bro, it was a real DC comic where there was a bad guy, much like Mojo and Marvel. There was a bad guy who was like manipulative and tried to make fucking game shows out of everything, and one of them was Superman as a porn star, dude. Like, why does this shit exist, dude? Like,
I'm so glad it does.
Yeah, but that's that shit, man. That's so funny.
James Gunn has a lot of material, dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And Nick Cage has the physique right now to play that James Gunn Superman, dude.
I think that movie comes out this week, right?
Dude, I heard that movie's great. So
yeah.
I heard it was really good.
Nick Cage movie. Just so for everybody watching that found that weird that we went there.
Yeah,
Nick Cage has a movie coming out. I think tomorrow or today? Today or tomorrow.
The unbearable weight of being Nick Cage or something.
Yeah. The premise is very simple. Nicolas Cage plays Nicolas Cage,
and I think it has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It does.
Yeah, dude. I heard it's fucking great. Yeah,
I'm trying to watch that.
Yeah,
can't wait to see it.
I fucking love Nick Cage, dude.
Yeah, man.
Nick Cage hanging out with the Mandalorian.
Yeah,
and dude, that's right. Oh my god.
Yeah,
nothing better.
They're great on screen together. So.
What if all those little tiny Supermen got exposed to the pink kryptonite?
You got yourself a situation after that.
We're all getting canceled.
Yes.
Lucha Freddy says, America to maximum Superman with USA trunks and flag cape. I want to see them go for it. Oh, shit.
Yeah. That's Homelander.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's right.
Cool. Also, he got arrested for punching a chef. What the fuck is wrong with everybody?
Dude, like, I don't know what's happening.
Really going on now. This never happened before. Like these people just losing their shit and they're just fucking snapping, and then like high profile people are just not making good choices anymore.
Yeah, it sucks.
You mean they're actually human?
God, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Either that or we never heard about it. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah, I guess
Freddy,
that's
what's
true.
Up?
There's like, but now everything gets captured, so it's like, and now you can't really hide shit. it just happens.
Yeah, that's what Mel said. They aren't doing well at hiding it anymore.
Yeah, well,
oh man,
when you go in front of the Oscars, though, in front of the whole entire planet that's watching the most televised award show, and slap the shit out of someone, there's no hiding that one.
Yeah, a comedian telling a joke. And then Mike Tyson also fucking beat the shit out of some guy.
I saw that earlier today. He beat the shit out of that guy.
Yeah.
On an airplane.
Right here in Northern California.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you see that video, Kev?
No, I'll have to, I know what I'm going to watch right after this. And just go back to the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard stuff, but I'm going to watch it first.
I can't wait to watch more of that. No, I mean, I don't make fun of it because it's terrible, but there is, that shit is crazy. But yeah, do check it out. Type in Mike Tyson. He was on an airplane, and he just beat the shit out of somebody.
This guy was annoying the shit out of him.
Because he was drunk, I saw. He was like super wasted, so and this guy was bothering him.
So yeah, I guess maybe
you can hear it too. Just bat, like right in the
dude.
Shit.
What were you saying?
I figured out that they probably get paid more from like selling this whatever happened to TMZ than they would get from the quiet money. So
yeah, that's true. That is very true.
Probably clears a lot faster.
Oh yeah, as soon as I went to Google, Mike Tyson repeatedly punches man in face on plane.
The word choice for that.
I can't wait for this. This is gonna be great.
I think we're wrapping up here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we're done. But dude, this was fun. Now this was I haven't laughed this hard in a long time, dude. No,
Same.
I feel like I have like COVID coughing so much, but That was fun.
Thank you guys.
He's off.
Thank you.
No, appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah, thanks everybody for watching.
Thank you.
Sticking around the whole time and through our technical difficulties in the beginning.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, sorry about that crazy shit.
Aaron, you had a few words to say?
No, I'm just, hey, it was again a good time. So I will say the one thing I will say, because I probably won't be around on camera, is go check out your local comic book stores for Free Comic Book Day. First Saturday in May, go. If you're at all interested in comic books, it's great for your kids. Get your kids interested in reading. Support your local comic book stores because most of them are not corporate owned. So I would say look for a place that's locally owned and support them if you're wherever you are, because they need the money more than these big shops that you have huge R1 stores. And any good comic book store that's worth being a comic book store will have an event going on. So.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah.
Great call.
Yeah. I second that, dude. I do. Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
Real quick, for those listening from Bay Area, our very own Aaron Battle Chaser will be at the Alameda Powerhouse Convention, comic book convention, right?
Yeah. And so I
May
wasn't
14th.
going to plug, but I will also be.
Plug away, baby.
Yeah,
we love to plug on the show.
So I brought up Free Comic Book Day because every year I'm at my buddy's shop in Sassoon, California. He does an event, so I'll be out there doing free sketches and selling stuff. So if you're around Northern California, come say hi to me there.
Absolutely.
When is this?
It's first Saturday in May, so May 6th, I think.
Again, May
6th. May 7th.
Yeah.
Are you going to be there all day?
May 7th, first Saturday in May. Yeah, I'll be there probably from 9 to whenever it gets too hot or there's not enough people there anymore. So I've been there till 6 or 7 some nights.
And where
Awesome,
can
man.
everybody watching feel free to plug it in chat, if it's Instagram or wherever they can keep in touch with you, wherever you want them to. And then
yeah.
Another announcement, our very own Marcus and Kev, speaking of plug-in, you guys got a big old thing coming tomorrow with your other project. Talk about that.
We have a kind of a surprise announcement tomorrow that we're going to bring out some stuff that we've been working on behind the shadows, in the dark. So it's just stuff that we've been working on and really excited to kind of announce it to everybody. Stay tuned. Set sail.
Yeah, man.
Oh, did you get
Super
blocked,
pumped.
Battle Chaser?
I don't know. Did I get blocked for showing a link? It showed up on mine.
Oh yeah, it's shown up on asterisks on mine. Let me see.
Sean's gonna try and pull some shit.
Okay.
But yeah, awesome guys. Can't wait to hear the announcement. Legion of Geeks, follow us on our Instagram, and we'll be sure to plug both projects with Battle Chaser and Set Sail. So follow us there. We'll plug all their socials and their links. And
plug you too. Let's plug you too.
I ain't got shit going on, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not doing shit.
Oh, come on.
If you want to watch me blow leaves outside this weekend, I'll be outside my house. No.
Whose leaves?
That's funny. Funny thing, leaves, when they shoot out, there's little leaves that come out, and they all,
and they all go play with their Men of Steel.
That sounds like a Superman comic.
Oh shit. Oh, great fucking episode, man. For all of us, I think we normally don't talk about Superman, but it was a great show. We had a fuck ton to say. So
hopefully we'll be back maybe for talking about the Multiverse of Madness.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. That's a great idea.
That's a great call.
Maybe that's the next time.
I think so.
Get back together. Get the band, get the boys together.
Yeah.
Get the band back
We
together.
gotta have Ty on too, so we gotta figure out a fifth thing, Sean.
Yeah. We'll work it
shit.
out. We got a little bit of time.
Yep.
Battle, if you want to call out who we're gonna raid.
Oh, thank you. I don't think I have anybody. I'm looking at Twitch right now and I got nothing.
Okay. Let me look up. Of course, Twitch signed me out. Probably during all of our technical difficulty madness. Appreciate everybody who stayed on through that too. I think that was actually some of the best content we ever had.
Yeah,
It's good
it
time.
sounds.
You are welcome.
Dude, I have been laughing for 3 hours straight.
Yeah, it's good times.
The fucking giggles today. I couldn't stop, dude.
Oh man,
Dude,
Yeah.
I just want to say on my end, when we were having those like technical difficulties, and I was like, "What's going on?" I heard myself, but like in a demonic form, and it was like, "What's going on?" and then I would laugh, and then it would be like, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that was a great start, and then we started broken and we're ending broken because I can't log on to raid anybody. So
How it's been today, dude.
we're sinking this ship right here.
That's all good.
Appreciate you guys. Hopefully we'll be back next week.
If Sean can remember his password, you'll be back next week.
Oh my gosh, dude! No, I think because Marcus and I are in two different locations signing on, it always asks us to verify this token. And so like,
Oh, that's why it does that. I fucking hate that.
I think that's why it's picking up some weird behavior. But
Who's got the token?
yeah, they fucking email it to you and then it takes a little bit for it to email. It's not coming through. So hopefully we'll be here next week. Appreciate you guys tuning in.
We'll be here.
Mel,
We'll be
thank
here.
you for the gift sub. Ty, thanks for primering us up, baby. Using that Amazon Prime. Using Jeff Bezos' money against himself.
Hell yeah.
Dude. And what a Lex Luthor future cast, dude. Like Jeff Bezos would be fucking perfect.
Dude.
That evil son of a bitch.
Jeff Bezos as Jeff Bezos, like on his yacht or going to space. Bye, Superman.
Yeah,
Damn. Jeff Bezos is Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
He fucking is Lex Luthor. Yeah.
Oh man,
that's awesome.
And Ice Queen 69696969 appreciate the sub as well.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, she subbed when we were breaking apart, so I think we got to bring more of that, fucked up content. Just have a whole broken show.
Anytime you want me on, I'll fuck the shit up. That's what I'm here to do.
Well, we'll be sure to start on Video Ninja again, and then we'll make the transition to Discord.
Fucking Lulu, yeah, no question.
All right, appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thanks everybody. That was so much fun.
Later.
Adios.
Later, guys.